Italian food is almost always on top of everyone's list, and with good reason. Italian food is about simple, fresh ingredients, and I strongly believe that love is the secret ingredient that makes Italian food so special. This is a perfect date night meal because the two of you can make this together. One of you can prep, one of you can pour the wine, and it makes the whole thing more romantic instead of stressful. So roll up your sleeves, take off your rings, and let's get started.
Quick heads up, these ingredients amounts are flexible. My pumpkin puree was super wet, so I added more flour and ended up with a much bigger batch. Gnocchi is all about adjusting as you go. And you can never have too many gnocchis anyways.
For gnocchis, you really only need potatoes, eggs, and flour, but today I'm adding pumpkin puree because I can't think of a better combination for color and flavor than orange pumpkin, brown butter, and sage. I think it's a beautiful, simple, luxurious combination, and I'm gonna do the half mashed potatoes and half pumpkin puree.
We are starting with boiling potatoes.
When the potatoes are tender, the knife will go through the potato very easily. That's when you know they're ready. Okay, this one's super soft. And this one too. Okay, I think it's gonna be okay. Let your potatoes cool down and start to peel the skin of the potatoes right off. You can use a potato peeler, or you can just, if your potatoes are well boiled, they will come off just easily as I'm doing right now. If your potato is too hot and you don't have time to wait, just stick a fork in it and hold the fork while you peel the potatoes. Once your potato is peeled, you can either mash it directly on the counter, but if you want to avoid the big mess, put it in a bowl and mash them all there.
After boiling and peeling, we are mashing. And if using, now's the time to add in your pumpkin puree. Make sure it's well drained.
I think that's good. We're gonna add 3 eggs into the puree. I'm already loving the color. It's exactly what I wanted. You see that softness? Okay, here's the part we need to watch out. Now we're gonna add the flour. But the idea is you want soft, pillowy gnocchis, not hard, dense gnocchis, or not necessarily hard, but they're gonna be very al dente, so they're gonna have a bite. We don't want a little bite, we want soft, pillowy gnocchis. So we're gonna add 1 cup of flour at a time until it gets a consistency that we like. Too much flour, that's where you're gonna get the hard gnocchis. Just enough, you're gonna feel that the dough is like very soft already in your hands. Not too sticky, just really like pliable, soft. So let's go. And we're gonna use our hands, so rolling our sleeves, let's dig in.
Using your hands really allows you to feel the texture that you're looking for in your gnocchi dough.
So this is too soft. The dough's not even coming together. 2 cups. Still too soft. 1/3 cup. We're getting somewhere. Since I still think that after 3 cups my mash and my gnocchi dough is too soft and sticky, the dough's not really coming together and it's really sticking on my hands, I'm gonna go slowly and add a little bit of flour at a time.
Yeah, no. And as you'll see, soon I'll be adding 1 full next 4th cup.
I'm going in 4th cup, that's it. I took a risk doing it with pumpkin. And I did put it in a cheesecloth and strainer to strain it, but so I think this is gonna be good though. Look at it, it's starting to look like it's coming together. It's really starting to look like it's coming together. It looks like I'm getting a good dough. By the time I'm done with this, nothing should be sticking to my hands and I should get a nice round, soft dough, unified color. Okay, now is the time we're gonna start rolling. So what you wanna do is take out the dough and place everything in your bowl on the counter. All the leftover flour, the whole entire gnocchi dough. Everything's gonna be rolled into the dough anyways, so get it all out there. Okay, so we're not gonna just use all this ball of dough right away. What you wanna do is cut off a little bit and put that aside. Oh, there's chunks. Spread out the flour on your board and then start rolling your dough into a long rope.
Guys, I'm looking at the size of that gnocchi dough ball and you really don't have to make that much. That is overwhelmingly massive.
You kind of push down and pull as you roll. And when you get the size that you need or that you desire, then you can start taking something like a knife or this tool that I have here and start cutting the chunks of gnocchis in the size that you like. I like little bite size, maybe about 1 inch pieces. And actually, this is the perfect time for you to ask your date to come and join you. And to demonstrate how doable this recipe is, I have a friend here who's volunteering because she would like to learn how to make gnocchi. And I'm going to teach her how to cut the gnocchi into pieces. Hi, Elga.
Hi, Jess. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
So I already cut the little pieces of gnocchi, and I just wanted to let you know that you can always keep gnocchis just as they are, just cut. For the classic gnocchi ridges, you can use a fork. Take the fork, place it downwards, and then take your gnocchi and just press it onto the fork and roll it. And it'll give you like sort of a classic ridge gnocchi shape. This tool here that you asked about earlier is the classic gnocchi tool. You don't have to use this, but it's a nice to have in your kitchen. This too, you just take the gnocchi and you roll it so that it creates the classic gnocchi ridges.
Perfect.
But personally, I don't like to go through that trouble. If you don't have time, these are just as perfect. So we'll put these aside here. And then, Elga, you're gonna try making your own. So let's cut a piece off and let's get your hands dirty.
So do I have to?
Yeah, just so that your hands don't stick to the dough, or in case it's still sticky, you can put it in flour and then start to roll it into a big long rope.
And how do you see? Like we have to push and.
So you push down and you kind of push out also at the same time.
Guys, if I can do it, you can all do it.
Not too much pressure down. You don't want to flatten the dough. Just keep going like this until like you feel it's round under your hands. Yeah, that's it. Don't be scared. Don't be
Might
shy. Make
might
them
have to
look how
do-
you want.
Wait, it sounds like super.
Maybe we gotta add some more flour here. There you go. Oh, it's starting to stick. That's why we're adding the flour.
Okay. So what do you do in that? Like, do
So
push more
you can
like,
add flour and just tuck it back in. Make sure it's floured as well. Just keep
Okay.
rolling after that. Then when you see that you have a rope, sometimes the ends are going to be thinner and the middle is going to be thick. Focus on keeping to roll the thicker part to get it just at the thickness that you need.
Like, can I just like push it? Like,
You can do whatever. You can
All up on the
manipulate this
zipper.
dough how you like to get it to look like what you want.
I'm so not Italian, guys. All right. Does it look better?
I think I'm gonna help you here. Just get it
Straight.
here. So if you feel like maybe it's getting a little too fat, you're putting too much pressure down. Just light at certain point when you get into the length that you need, you don't need to put so much pressure. You can just like roll it slightly as you stretch it out very slightly too. It's a delicate dough. I think we got the thickness that we need. So Elga, take this tool and cut the pieces however large that you'd like them to be. That's good. This is smaller gnocchis are nicer in the mouth.
Oh, smaller?
Yeah, I would say that those are a little thick.
I'm hungry.
Okay, then. Perfect. Super easy to do. And then just push them on the side.
How are you going to do them?
There we go. And then we just continue with the rest of the dough until they're all done, and you can freeze them if you have too many. So you want smaller pieces of gnocchi, not too small. Like I said, just like about an inch or less, maybe a centimeter or two in width, because although they're very pillowy and soft, it's still very dense. It's potatoes and flour. So if you have a big gnocchi, the way it boils may give you like a really dense feeling in your mouth, and you want something more delicate, especially with the flavors of the butter and the sage.
That's true.
Yeah, no, I don't like the fork. No, non mi piace la forchetta.
Ah, non mi piace.
Non mi piace la forchetta. Do we throw it and break something in my kitchen? No.
Now it's time to make the sauce, but first start boiling your water to cook the gnocchis. I heated my pot too early here, so the butter cooked way too quickly. Instead, keep the heat low and let the butter melt slowly. You're looking for a golden brown color and that nutty, fragrant smell. Then you add the sage and let it infuse.
So now the gnocchi started coming up to the first surface, but they're not exactly floating. When I see that they're actually floating for a while, then I'll go skim the top and grab my gnocchis. Those are floating. And throw them directly into the sauce. Wow.
And there you have it, a beautiful plate of soft pumpkin gnocchi tossed in brown butter sage sauce. If you want to support the channel, liking the video, subscribing, or sharing it makes a huge difference. You'll find the full recipe and extra tips linked below.
This is a perfect date night meal because I don't know what I was supposed to say.
Oh. What the heck?
Yeah, see what it does. Turn around. Oh, you know what? This tool is important. Well, I mean, it's not important, but it makes everything easier. I should talk about the tools later when you're there.